Time now for your weekend playlist. To call my next guest a music lifer would be an understatement. Jesse Malin started playing in bands at the age of 12. You're looking at him here as a member of the New York hardcore band Heart Attack, and the Queens native would go on to front the glam rock band D-Generation and even play venues like Madison Square Garden. He eventually became a solo artist and has been a staple of the New York scene for decades. His songs have been covered by Bruce Springsteen, Green Day, Lucinda Williams, and more, but Jesse's life was turned upside down when he suffered a rare spinal stroke in 2023. It left him paralyzed from the waist down, and he spent months recovering before his triumphant return to the stage in late 2024. Now, Jesse Malin is getting to set his story off right in Broadway next month, and here's a taste of the music in the show. All right, Jesse Malin joins me now. Thank you for being here. Such a pleasure, Jesse. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, the play is called Jesse Malin's Silver Manhattan, and in it you say, survival is a creative act. Can you tell us about the show and what that quote actually means?
The show is a true story. It's the story of my life going back to early days of childhood, wanting to be a musician, manifesting your dreams, different battles you go over, get hit with. And then what happened to me 2.5 years ago with my spinal stroke is a big part of it. I went down to Argentina. I first got rehab at Rusk at NYU for a while. Then I went to Argentina to get some different treatments there. And one of the doctors said to me, survival is a creative act. And it just stuck in my head, and it ended up in the play. This play is about overcoming things, and it's about my disability and what happened, but the power of music, and music is medicine, and wanting that dream to get back on stage, to be able to find a way to be able to do this again in a different way with my band and my audience. And it's not a concert as much as it's a story. There is my full band and music up there, but it's definitely a journey that goes back and forth in time and into the present.
Now, you've been workshopping this entire thing at the Gramercy Theater. You're taking it downtown now to Bowery Palace. How big of a role does that neighborhood have in this entire show?
The Bowery and the East Side, downtown, Lower East Side of New York is where I went as a young kid when I was 12 and did an audition at the CBGB's nightclub, and came in from Queens. And that was a big part of it, to come into the city, that was the place, the city for dreams to come and make them happen. And it's changed where people go to Brooklyn now, they go to different places, but still New York City, the mix of cultures and the energy of all of us together, wanting to do something. You just go out on the street and you could feel that people are here. They mean business, and they mean it from their heart.
Yeah. Now, I got to say, you've been a little busy. All right, you've been a busy man, okay? You got a book coming out in April. It's called Almost Grown, a New York Memoir, right? So tell him what has that been like, writing an autobiography? What's that process been like?
It kept me going throughout the 2 years that I was really trying to get myself back and my mind and spirit back. So I was writing it a few months before the spinal stroke happened. And just writing a book is it's daunting. It's overwhelming. There's so much to take in. And it really goes up to mostly the first, I guess it ends about 20 years ago when my first solo album came out. But it's a New York story. It's a coming of age. It's a love letter to my mom, who passed away very young. She wanted to be a singer. And it's a lot of characters that, that aren't just the famous people you meet along the way, but a lot of people that impacted me and inspired me and made me laugh, and some of their stories interwoven in.
Now, I know we were talking off camera, and you said, this hopefully won't be your last theater showing. But I got to ask you, all right, for the fans out there, you got any new music on the way?
Yeah, I'm recording a song actually this week that's going to be coming out in the spring, a single that we can do. It's called Hollywood Forever. And definitely been writing. It's a lot, working on a play, writing a play with a writer, working with a director, and finishing the book. But in between that and all the rehab I do for my body, I've been starting to play and get an idea. My mind changed a lot after this happened, and I kind of was frozen with some writer's block. But now I'm starting to kind of find a narrative of what I want to say and sing about. So.
Now for the show, let me go back to that. You got any surprises for the show that anyone should look into? I don't want to spoil it, but can you give us a little
when we
something?
move down to the Bowery Palace, we're going to have special guests each night coming out in the encore. Another artist that is either a collaborator or an artist that I admire, that has inspired me, is going to come out and join us at the end. So we're going to change that every night. So if people come to multiple nights, they'll get that. But the play keeps evolving. Workshop is, the script has changed from when we opened in September to when we went to 7 shows at the Gramercy. So by the time we get to Bowery in a couple weeks, it'll be a little bit different, And then we'll lock it, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know the script in, and we just go. We don't have to keep changing. But it's a great process to work collaboratively with a great team, and the director and the writer that I worked with and the producer, and having my band there. I'm familiar with those guys and gals. So
it's just so fantastic to see you in another light, Jesse. I'm just happy you're on that stage, and we all look forward to keep seeing you up there.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
It's the pleasure's all mine. Jesse Malin. Thanks
a
lot, all right? And you can catch Jesse Malin's Silver Manhattan at Bowery Palace here in New York starting February 18th, and then his book, Almost Grown, comes out in April.